My name is Tom Weegar. I currently serve as the president of Cumberland College, located in northeast central Saskatchewan. It's one of 7 regional colleges. And all of those colleges, including Cumberland College, provide a fairly comprehensive array of services, from ABE and adult upgrading for students who fell out of school for one reason or another, to trades and technical programs, to university studies. I think the biggest challenges are associated with our smallness. We still are expected to do similar things that large colleges do, and yet we're stretched for both the resources in terms of financial resources and human resources to do so. So that's one of our big challenges. In terms of my leadership practice, certainly helping set our strategic direction and determining where we want to go and ensuring we get there is really key. I think that's one level. I think another level is more at the detail level of ensuring that once we've set that direction, that in a small step-by-step detail kind of way, we're moving in that direction. But I think the key thing is kind of setting that large, big picture strategic direction of where it is we want to go. We have 5 strategic directions. One of them is indigenizing the college. And I'm very proud of that initiative. I'm proud because it's an initiative that post-secondary institutions are often hard-pressed to move into, because it challenges us to think differently, to open the doors and recognize that we're a very Eurocentric institution, and to open ourselves to new and different Indigenous ways of knowing, being, and seeing. As educational leaders, we always have to be mindful of the collaborative piece. And I think especially when we're talking about cultural decisions, we're better off not making those decisions on our own. As a college, we want the guidance of some people who are extremely knowledgeable and proficient in the culture that we're dealing with. And so we put together the First Nations and Métis Advisory Council to guide us in a number of the initiatives that we wanted to put in place. I think what really engaged me and what got me involved in the EdD program at UBC is I just moved to Port Alberni, Vancouver Island, from Minnesota. I did want to get a doctorate, I knew that, and I was interested in educational leadership in particular. You know, I think I really wanted to move my academic career along and have a doctorate and have some further exposure around the educational leadership piece that the EdD had to offer. So my dissertation at UBC really evolved as I progressed through the program over the years. Going in, I started wanting to look at the shared leadership piece. I had a good understanding of what that looked like and what that could be, and I wanted to move that along a little bit. At some point, I became aware of the notion of appreciative leadership. And I thought to myself, well, that's interesting. I wonder how this applies to an educational setting. And what I noticed amongst appreciative leaders is they tended to work much more closely with others. They tended to be very, very comfortable with not necessarily having the answer themselves, but drawing the answer from one of their colleagues. So that power over versus the power with perspective was really huge in my research. Leadership isn't about just me as an individual, it's about the work I do collaboratively with my colleagues, who are incredible, who know their stuff inside and out, and how I work together with them to achieve a common purpose. The EdD program started allowing me to discern the aspects of power and privilege that I carried with me by being a tall, white, male individual, and what that perhaps means for other people who don't come from that perspective, and particularly our students, who are sometimes coming from families that are struggling. The EdD program at UBC helped me to understand those aspects of power and privilege in a much deeper way.